Good morning, my friends. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts, and I am so very grateful for you that you're here today. Look at this. Look at this lusciousness. Look at this beautiful embellished goodness. You guys, we're talking about embellishments today. Embellishing our journals, making some things that are going to make it beautiful. Embellishments will be something that you add and are attached to make it beautiful, to decorate, etc. Such as something like this. I've added the embellishment of this leather binding strip to this paper and turned it into a dangle or a tag. It's got this little piece. These are the embellishments for this tag. They're embellishments. So this one, I want to add something to it, but this is an embellishment. Look, I didn't even notice that. This little leather tab is an embellishment. Sewing is an embellishment. It's how we embellish the item. We've got this little embellishment here. This little lady, she is a die cut that was purchased and put on here. Got this little, I don't know what this would be called, label. And then sewing is an embellishment. I've added some paper here to make it, finish it up. It's a little journaling card. So we embellished this one. This one is embellished the same way. I've got some labels on here, some sewing, some pieces of paper behind there for decoration, anything that decorates or embellishes. These we will be adding some embellishments to today. We'll work on those. This one is definitely embellished. Look at that little flower die cut. I love it. We've got some papers back here, an actual vintage ticket. This one is embellished as well. But they don't have to be handmade embellishments. This is a handmade embellishment. We got a die cut here, some string. Those are all different forms of embellishing, but you could purchase embellishments. These are embellishments, right? The little ephemera packs, they're embellishments, guys. They're not ephemera. It's called, these are die cuts. These are embellishments. Ephemera is something that is from real life, basically. Something that was intended to be thrown away, but used in your journal, like tickets, like programs, like book pages, napkins. Those are things that were intended to be used once, thrown away, done. We use them, therefore they are ephemera. So these would be embellishments as well if they're added into our journals to make them beautiful as decorations. And I think we're going to use some of these today. I have this journal that I made recently. If you've been with me for a while, you may have seen it. And I made this cover. I feel like it needs something here. I still haven't decided what, but I feel like it's missing things. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure, but it's, see, I don't think it's big. Anyway, that's where I struggle, is trying to figure out what to put in here to not take away from the lady in the book. So I'm thinking about that. But also on the inside of the book, I have used coffee dye paper. These are the only colored pages I used, was for my signatures. And the rest is all coffee dyed paper and vintage music paper, ads and stuff like that. So it's very plain, very neutral, basically intended to be very much a writer's journal. But I was thinking, let's put some embellishments in here. Just a few. We don't need it. I don't think it needs very many. I want to keep it toned down and just be beautiful as itself. But I think that we can definitely add some embellishments in here and make it even more special. Because I love the color pops in here of just the signature pages. But I do think also we could make some tab clusters, which would be an embellishment here on the side of these signatures. Might help them to stand out a little bit more so that you could turn straight to that signature. I think that would be nice. So maybe we could do something like that. But yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'd like to do today. And I think I'd like to use some of these, but I want to make them into something of my own. And I'm hoping that you will stick around with me to play, because this is going to be fun. And I made this one yesterday. This could be used as an embellishment, and I think this might be nice in there too, but I'm not sure how I want to use it. So simply because I used the neutral colors, but this might be, I don't want to make this a tab, or do I? I'd have to cover that other side for sure. But just something simple. I keep trying to turn that page as if it's a page. It's not a page. But see how it would add really nicely into the front side as a tuck spot maybe. I'm not sure about this one yet. I might use, I'm not sure. I feel like it belongs here though, doesn't it? We need to definitely finish it up, ink it up, and turn it into something beautiful. All right, so that's my plan today. I hope you'll stick around for it. We've got lots to play with. I have some of these collages I did recently. I don't remember when I did them. This is my little box of goodies that I've made. Little ID cards, some embellished pockets, some envelopes. Ooh, envelope. Envelope word. There's one. We could decorate that for sure. And this one would actually go nicely in there, I think. It's still neutral enough. It's got some pop of color. We can live with that. But if I have one in there, how many signatures do I have? 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 signatures. I'd want at least one more. What else have we got in here that we could use? What else? What else? I don't want to put people's faces in this one. This would be nice. That could be used as an embellishment in there. That's very simple. We have, see, these could be embellishments. I made charms. These would be very nice. I could put them in a pocket or something like that. Something simple. It is kind of botanical, so this would work as embellishments too. I'll put those right there with the chains hanging out so I think of them, but keep them out of the way. I've got quite a few of those. I had some fun with those. These could be embellishments. All right, so lots and lots and lots of options. Of course, as big as our imagination can take us, we could do whatever we want, guys. But that little box is kind of fun for that. Finding some little treasures that I've made in the past. I think if I want to use these, I think I'm going to have to ditch the beautiful orange one because that's too bright. This might be something nice in there. And I could probably put some of these ephemera pieces, not ephemera pieces, some of these embellishments in here, or ephemera pieces in there. But we can make something beautiful out of that. Let's use these for now and see what we can do. And these, oh, I made some collage. These are just papers that I was going to create something out of. I didn't really have a plan, but they're pretty neutral. I could use these in there. Love that one for sure. Well, I've got 4, so I could definitely make 4. So we could embellish these. And yeah, first of all, let's make sure they're straight. Sorry, guys, I'm still thinking it through. Still thinking it through. I want to make sure. I have a feeling I'm going to turn this journal into something I didn't intend to, which isn't a problem because it's only going to get better, right? But it's going to be probably not so neutral anymore when I'm done with it. Yeah, I knew that was crooked. I knew that one was for sure. I think this one's probably pretty straight. Yeah, that one's good. Let's make sure these are all straight. We'll just start with something straight so that we know. I think that other side is crooked. So it's been a fun day, you guys. I want to thank you all for your participation and your, which one did I just cut? This one? For the great response everybody's had to this challenge or collab that Tony and Margaret that put together for us. It's been amazing how involved everybody's been and responsive. It's just a great, I love that we're celebrating. I feel like we're celebrating them and they deserve it. They have done so much for our crafting community, and I know we just all love them, and they're great. They're great ladies. They're fun. They're entertaining. They're smart. They're creative. Oh my gosh, the creations they come up with. Both of them, amazing people. So keep it up, you know, keep watching, all the creators as we join them this month for this collaboration. It's just so much fun. I'm having such a good time watching all the different videos and everybody's take on the same, you know, prompts and stuff. And there's a lot of repeat, you know, how many different words we can think of that start with the letter whatever. It can be a little bit hard to come up with something new. So there might be some repeats, but everybody's still going to do it different. So check them out. There are playlists out there. Just put the hashtag in the search bar. You'll come up with all the videos with that hashtag. I know Tony has set up a playlist, so you can go to Tony's page and check out that playlist. It's got all the videos in it of the creators. I've also got a list of the creators that are some of the creators that are participating. I know there's quite a few that were asked, around 20, I think they said at one point, that were asked to be in the collaboration with them. And then there's a lot of people that have joined in as well, which you're welcome to do as well. Everybody can play. Just make sure you use the hashtag so we can see it. But I know Tony's putting together playlists, so check that out and go say hey to those creators too. So I think you'll have a good time. All right, so embellishments. I'm going to drink a little coffee here. Ooh, I've got these envelopes I can use. Ha ha ha. Look, this one has Tim Holtz paper too. Definitely should probably put that one in there, maybe. Definitely, maybe. This one also would be beautiful in there. It's perfect colors, like none. Just got the music, I think. Oh, I didn't use anything to close it. We could embellish this. We're not going to use this one because it's pink, even though it's got Tim Holtz on the back. But it's too much, too modern, too colorful. This one is eco-dyed and papers I made myself. Eco-dye. There's another E word. I could use this one. I could save this one. I don't need 3. I don't need 3. But 2 would be nice. So we have this eco-dyed envelope. And this one that is, this is actually vintage pattern paper. So that would be ephemera that I used. Oh, I'm going to find all the goodies, all the good things, all the E. You guys, I used to be a preschool teacher. I'm sorry. I hear the words. I'm like, ooh, E, there's an E word. All right. But look how perfect these would be used for this. Let's put this stuff aside. Oh, this was my A. This was an ATC card that I made. This was embellished for sure, for sure. All right. We'll put that aside because I need to put that in my ATC box. And we're going to put these aside. This would be really pretty in this journal. I think I'm going to hold that one. These would all be really pretty in this journal. Not this one. These are something else. Okay. But I wanted to show you some different embellishments. Get in there, box. Okay. Let me put those aside because we'll probably use those. So I'm going to get out some ink. And I apologize. It's taking me a little bit to get moving on my thoughts here, but I want to make sure that I'm explaining myself too. We're going to age these up just a little bit. I'm using scorched timber to go around the edges of this and make it just a little bit more worn. Somebody used the word worn yesterday instead of what I would have normally said vintage or, you know, aged or something. I really liked that word instead. It was more fitting to what I've been trying to say. I was like, oh, I think I should use that word instead. That's better because not everybody likes grungy or, you know, and then we're not necessarily trying to make it grungy, but worn, yes, used, loved, appreciated. Those are all words that, you know, would fit what I try to do anyway. All right, so these are all florals in this pack. Can't pick that up. I do like that one there, and I'll get another butterfly out of the other pack, I think. These will be beautiful because the Tim Holtz pages that I used in there are all floral botanical kind of theme. So I think these will look really nice. Framing that's really pretty already, I think. I hope you guys think so too. I could go totally, or I could go all the way up the edge this way. That would be pretty too. I don't know that I'd put this one on top of it. Or do we like something just a little more simple? Let's see. Let's hold on to that one too. This one would be too big, I think. Well, this might have everything I want right there. I'd have to trim the edges. No, I think that's too much. But let's find something in here to go with it too. These are all by Simple Stories. This is all, what's this called? Simple Vintage is the pack, is the collection. Ooh, there's hearts in there too. I think that's a heart. How cute is that? Okay, these are all gonna get mixed up. There's no way they're going back into the envelope. Choose to be happy. Oh, I love that. Begin with a grateful heart. I love that. It's the Sweet Life. This is going to make it tough. Do I want another butterfly on there? I know I don't need another sentiment. How about, oh, I know, how about a floral backup behind? Not a floral, but maybe some greenery up behind here somewhere, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe, Sorry, guys. Sadi, let's make it beautiful. Let's make it beautiful. I don't want to put that on there. I've never really looked through these. Or if I did, it's been a long time ago and I forgot. Is that too much? I think it's too much. Maybe I don't want this one here. Maybe we need to go more simply like I had planned in the first place. Something like that. Oh, I do like that. Something like that would be nice. What's this? It says, "You are amazing. You are amazing." What if I put that like that? Behind there. Today is your day. You are amazing. Is that too much? I don't know, guys. I think it's cute, but it might be a little much. Something like that would be nice. Remember, I have to cut the edges off. It's this corner I'm not sure I enjoy. What about that one? Is that one better? If I ink it up, it'll be a little bit more those tones. I do like that. Let's ink it and see what we've got. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just the wrong tone. That just, it felt unbalanced to me. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Oh, good. I keep forgetting to check in with you. See if I've moved off my little spot there. I do like that a lot. We're going to go with that. Okay. So first, I do need to ink this up, make it look like it fits in, right? Make it more worn. This is just a CD envelope that was gifted to me, and I covered it with the eco-dyed paper. And I'm going to go around the edge here too. The ink will just wipe right off that acetate. I'm not worried about that. But we want it to look like it belongs. So we need to age that up just a little bit. And then on this side too, because we're not gluing this down, we are going to be embellishing this and then clipping it into the book. We could glue it, but I don't think I want to. I just want to make it movable. Now I do want to put something behind this window that's pretty, because otherwise it just looks like a big flat white piece of window. So I think, oh, you guys, look. What if I put one of these back in there? Ooh, that ups the game a little bit, doesn't it? Wow, yes. Thanks for shouting that out to me. Somebody did. They're like, put that back in there. Oh, that's perfect. Good idea. Okay. I love that. Now, I could use this as a tag or something in there, but I really need something behind that window, and this is perfect. So I'm going to cut it straight across right here. Right here. This is awesome. I was going to embellish it and put it in there another way, but this is great. Another way to use your collages. So if you haven't used them all, what I like to do is make my collages, make my master boards, cut them, do what I need to with them, but then the extra pieces that I don't have a need for, just like this one, I don't finish it. I just leave it, and the right project often, just like today, speaks up. I see it on my desk. I'm like, you know, I need to use these things, and then boom. Sometimes the project speaks to me. Always it speaks to me. It tells me what it needs, and I love that. Love that. Okay, this project definitely told me what it needed, and it was that. So let's put a little glue right there where that's lifted. Fix that. That is gorgeous. Don't you think so? Now, another way we can embellish this folder, I think I'm going to do just a little bit of stamping on there. And I'm just going to use my stamp. I'm going to use the scorched timber. I want just a little bit of background behind where I'm going to put those embellishments. This is not a must, just something that I feel like I want to do. It's going to have a little bit. It's not going to all show. It's going to be mostly covered, but you can see that it adds just a little bit of detail in there. Can you see I'll show you just a little bit more. I'm going to put just a little bit more this way, and I think I'm going to put a little bit more down this way, just because of the size of that embellishment. And then I'm going to do the same thing down in this corner. Any of that ink is going to wipe off the acetate, or should, if it's not permanent ink. So once again, I'm not worried about that. We'll just wipe it if it got on there. And then we can start gluing these down. Yay, I love this. This is so pretty. We're going to embellish it. I'm going to put that flap down. I don't want to glue this to that flap, because that's going to make a problem. Just glue this on there, and it should glue to the acetate too. That's okay. We'll put this butterfly there because it's beautiful. That's what I should have done for B. Butterflies. Add butterflies to your journals. Not everybody likes butterflies. Butterflies and bugs. All right, I love that. And then, what was I putting down here? Oh, this one. This one. Yep. Then I'll have to think of something pretty to put in there too, because I'm not sure what I want to put in there. But for now, and then whatever gets taken out, it's still going to be beautiful without anything in there because we've got all these beautiful embellishments. Okay, and then we can take the scissors and we can just trim these back. Look at that. It was like it was meant to be. We've got a beautifully embellished envelope. Look at that. Do you love it? I love it. I love it. So pretty. And then I think I might have, I was thinking about it, I might actually have a brad that we could put here that might have like a butterfly or something on it. Let's look at our brads a little bit, because these could be considered embellishments too, right? We've got these little sticker things that could be, I mean, not in this book, but they could be embellishment. All these things could be embellishments, just depending on how you use them. I've got a flower. That would be cute. Maybe the flower brad. Or, I mean, I could use a plain one, of course. I don't really have to use a brad back here, but I was thinking it might be pretty. All kinds of fun things here. There's this one, this little stripey one. But I was thinking maybe if I had a flower. That's a little cabochon. Is also a form of embellishment. Buttons are embellishments. I mean, you name it. If you're adding it to make it beautiful, it's an embellishment. Okay. Well, maybe not. If you can't find it in a minute, what do I always say? If you can't find it in a minute, it wasn't meant to be. I do love that. I think that's the one I want right there. So I'm going to take those, put those back in here. Now, what am I going to do with this thing? Well, I wasn't really thinking about making it a closure on it because I wanted to just clip it, but as an embellishment, see how beautiful that would be there? I just want to probably not poke it through because I'm going to have a problem if I do. I'm going to use my tiny hole punch so I can start a hole. I'm going to eyeball approximately the middle, probably over this way. I might be off a little bit. There's the start of a hole. Let's see if I can work with that. Oh, you know what would be cute too? What if I put... Ooh, that's cute. Okay. I'm going to have inky fingers again today. I'm not mad. I love that. Okay. Let's put a little hole in this one too, because it's going to have to go through there. Oh, it would have helped if I did it right. Okay. But also, oh yeah, that's just the right size. I'm going to put glue on the back of this. Oh, you know, if I do this just right, I don't have to put it through that hole. We'll just do it like this. Fold it to the side, and then we won't have the legs sticking out the other side. This will close it in. That'll be perfect. We'll just do it this way. If we fold it like that and glue it down, the legs won't go through all the way through the envelope or the flap. They'll just stay on there. I'm going to push it down, just make sure those legs are bent really good. That gives it a little older look, right? I think. And then on this side, I do have a little spot. I could put a piece of paper here, though. Or some sort of something. This is your day. I like Oh, look, we could put that down here, maybe. Just for fun, funsies. Did the front say something? I can't remember. Love life. This is your day. Just put this down here. Should we put another heart here? Yeah. We'll glue this one down first. There we go. This is your day. That's cute. Make sure that's pressed down. Make sure that's pressed down. I could put a butterfly there to cover up that little hole that I made that I didn't use. That butterfly too big? Maybe. Is there a smaller one? Let's see. Possibly. That's a mixture of probably and possibly. I think that one's actually wider. So that one's not going to work. For today, I could put a flower. I could put... No. Okay, we're going to make this one work. There we go. That'll be a cute little surprise for somebody when they open it up. Let's go ahead and ink this, though. Make it not so white. And we have our little CD envelope. Nice. Okay. And how do you use these then? Okay, well, that's a really great question. I'm glad you asked. These are fun to put in here. Like, for instance, you could put them on a page just like this, and you could clip it in with a paper clip, or you could glue, if you wanted to, you could glue this side, and so that it's a flip up, and then you could put your things in there. I like to clip them in because if somebody wants to move them, they can. You could put them on the side. You could do the same thing and flip it out and make it a pocket. We'll do that with the next one. This one I think we're going to clip in this way, and I don't have paper clips. Oh, I have this sitting right here on my desk. As I say, I don't have any clips, but I do have this. And that is perfect right there, isn't it? I love it. And then something can go in there. They can put something in there that's beautiful and put their memories in there. They're writing something, and it just goes in just like that. See? So let's make the next one a flip out. I think we're going to use the same set of embellishments. So it'll kind of look a little bit similar, but we're going to make this one so it goes in the page and flips out this way so that they can use this part. I do want to clip this back because this looks like it's, well, it looks messy, to be honest. And I do like a little bit more space between, especially on a flip, because you have to have the room to put something in it, right? So let's go ahead and cut this back just a little bit. This paper is really thick too because this is that Tim Holtz paper, and it's thick, 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 thick. And we're going to go ahead and wear this one out just a little bit too. I feel like I need to round these corners a little bit. Just a touch. Very harsh. We could totally distress this thing out, make it look all beat up. I don't want to go there. This book is pretty clean and simple, other than being aged and worn. So I don't really want to grunge it. But we do want to make it look like it's been around a while, like it's not brand new Tim Holtz paper, right? Get this edge. There. He does a pretty good job with his aging his papers anyway. I don't have to do too much. Now, if anybody has any suggestions what more I could put on the outside of this cover, I'm going to have to figure it out yet. Maybe one more video for today. I don't know. I just can't quite figure out what belongs on there. Pearls has been suggested to me, and I like that idea. But I'm not quite sure just quite how to do it. And it will have a brooch on there when it's done that goes very well. So that's going to be really pretty. It's going to have this brooch on there with the tie that goes around. So this will be pinned to that. So that'll be there. So it's more about, I feel like it needs some decorative stuff here. And that's where I'm struggling. I'm just not quite sure what. So suggestions. Okay, so this is going to go this way, even though it's okay that the music's sideways. It's okay. That wasn't the focal point. I do want to stay within the same kind of decorative. That's so pretty. I really don't need much more than that, honestly. Make the most of today. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look how easy that was. Maybe we can even put "You're amazing" up here somehow. I don't know. Or a butterfly. It just needs a butterfly, right? It does. It needs a butterfly. Okay, so let's just ink those up. I think we're done with that. That was easy choice. First one I pick up. That's super easy. That allows us more time to do something different. Maybe I need to figure out this cover today. Maybe that's what I need to do. That would be definitely good embellishment video because I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't need to put the printing on there. I think there's enough printing on there. I think it would just be a waste of time. So I'm just going to glue this little guy right there. That's beautiful. Don't need to do too much to it. Just change the age tone with some ink. Isn't that gorgeous? So your embellishments can be store-bought, they can be handmade, they can be whatever you want. They can be jewelry, like that brooch. They could be paper, they could be brads, they could be whatever makes you happy and makes it beautiful. Let's put that right there. I didn't push that down yet because I had forgotten to put this there. So let's put this like right there. You are amazing. I love that right there. Beautiful. Let's age this one. I hope you guys are crafting today and making something beautiful. It's Saturday. Oh my gosh. Are you guys crafting? What are you doing today? It's a beautiful day here in Alabama so far. I don't think we're expecting any storms today. As far as I know, I am not working today, so it makes it an even more beautiful day. And I'll be home crafting most of the day, I think. I have some things that I have to do, but I think I'll be crafting most of the day. We could put this one. I feel like if I do put this up here, it still needs some greenery behind it. Like something not too big. Like this one. Maybe. Just framing it. Is that nice? Nothing too big, nothing too much. No, I think this one. We'll just stick with this one. And again, what's this one? This is nice too. No, I like the first one. Feels good to use these. I've been sitting these on my desk lately too, just like, I need to use these. And they would be beautiful in these projects. So let's get them out. And then I didn't find a way to use them. And today they just like, hey, there they are. Let's use them. This is the day. So go through, shop your stash, see what you got. You might find something just as fun. You don't have to use the same ones I'm using for sure, but if you've got something, get them out. There we go. Put this there. I'm going to go back and trim those edges up. Should probably put a little glue under there. Press those down. Wow, I love that. Love it. All right, that's so cute. I am so glad I found those again today. Because as you know, as I started this video, I really didn't have a plan. But it's coming together, isn't it? That's really gorgeous. Okay. So this side is going to be glued down. So let's go ahead and find a spot for this, because I think that will speak to us and tell us what we need. We've got this one in the first to second signature. So let's do third to fourth. So way back here. Let's do it on this one. Yes. And then it'll open up this way to put stuff in there. So we're going to glue this down. Hang on just a second. I want to make sure. Yep. Because I don't really want to cover that page. See the pops of color in there? I really like that. So we're going to glue this part. And then we're going to put this on here. Now you could do it at any part of the page. I kind of want to keep these colors up top here. So I think I'm going to do it down at the bottom portion of the page. Like down here, we're going to just line this up against the edge and fold it back this way. And then we'll still have the yellow here framing it. And when we flip it back this way, we'll have some of those beautiful colors on the side. If I can get this to glue down, which should not be an issue, but for some reason it doesn't want to. Okay, so we'll just hold that there for a second. And then I think what we can do is just kind of probably put something like this here, or I'm thinking about, decorating the same way I did the envelope, is just some greenery and butterflies, or not. It doesn't have to. I do like that a lot. Now you can do this a couple different ways. Well, you could do it a billion different ways. I'm thinking what we could also do is put a pocket here or a tuck spot. I don't want to cover up too much of this paper. So let's do another embellishment option. I've got this packaging that's laying here because we just used all that. That's the perfect size for a pocket. It's perfect. Okay, we're going to cut right here on this line. And as I'm looking around me, I also have this old book here, which I probably used So I may have used some of this in this journal even. That would fit perfectly right there. We're going to embellish this. Piece of packaging right here, because why not? It's free paper. We're going to use it. That's what we do. We find beauty in things, right? But we're going to cover this up, even though it is beautiful. We're going to cover this up with this vintage ephemera paper. That was a book and is now being used otherwise. Trim this back, or you could glue it down. Probably could have just folded that and broke it, but that's just fine. We're going to put this here, and I think that that piece, we don't even need it that wide because I want as much of this design back here as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and trim just a little bit more right between these two lines right here. Oop, I'm going to use my words as a straight line and take a chance and cut it right there. Okay, now we're going to ink around this. Not that it's not perfectly colored already. But let's just finish the job. And then we're going to ink this one. Now with journals, it's really important to make sure that your embellishments don't get too thick, because it's going to make it really hard to write in them in your journals. And it's going to get really, really bulky and hard to, and it can end up damaging the pages. So you want to make sure that your embellishments aren't too thick. That's why I'm trying to stay a little flat with these. That does not look straight to me at all. Even though I use that line, it's curved somehow. I mean, maybe it's not, but it's telling, my eyeballs are telling me it is. So we'll just do that. Okay. We're going to go here. Now I want this to be, if I want this to be a pocket, then I'm going to glue 3 sides. If I want it to be 1, 2, 3. If I want it to be a tuck spot, then I only glue 2 sides, and then we could tuck things in this way. I think for this one, I think I want it to be a pocket. So we'll glue the 3 sides so that it makes a pocket. Go right down here to the bottom. And I want to leave part of this tab available because that's really pretty in here. And I want to leave as much of this open as I can, this design, because that paper is just gorgeous. Okay, so we'll make sure that's holding down. We'll go ahead and glue this on. I think every bit of this will be glued down. I don't think I need to trim any of it. And we'll put this way so that it overlaps and pulls those designs together. And I did make some bookmarks last week. Let's see if any of these will work in there. What about kind of like in this one? This is an embellished bookmark I made last week. This was embellished on there. The stickers. Got this tassel on there. I'll just put that in there. Just like that. So there's an embellishment for you. All right. Is that pretty? You guys, I love it. So how long have we been playing now? We've been playing for almost, well, about 50 minutes. I hope that you guys have gotten some good ideas from this little fun little session that I had. If you have ideas on what I can put around here, please feel free to shout it out in the comments because I'm needing some help. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Love you all. Hit that like and subscribe button. Go check out all those other creators. You guys, you won't be sorry. Go check them out. Love you bunch. Bye-bye.